It's the final home game of the season for the Columbia College Claim Jumpers and their host to the visiting Porterville Pirates, who come in at 12-13 overall. Columbia 20-5, another season, hitting 20 victories through 25 games. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and this is Columbia College Claim Jumper Basketball on NorCal Sports TV. It's the Miners Tree Company pregame show on NorCal Sports TV. And the Porterville Pirates, who come into the Oak Pavilion for the first time this season, come in with a 12-13 overall record. But don't let their record fool you. They are a lot better than what that record shows. In preseason play, they were 7-8, 7 wins, 8 losses. In conference play, they were 6-5 heading into the final 3 games of the season. Although in that preseason, they played 8 ranked teams that went 2-6 in those games for the record, including a 10-point loss to the number 1 seeded Fullerton. And then they also had a 5-game losing streak that started with Ventura and then ended with ELAC. The Porterville Pirates, well, they're 80th out of 100 teams in points per game, but they also have one of the highest field goal percentages in the state, which is 9th at 48.5%. So they take good shots, but they don't take a lot of them. On the same hand, 16th in points per game allowed, so they don't allow a lot of scoring, although their opponent's field goal percentage is 3rd in the state at 37.8, so they keep that low as well. When you look at 3-point attempts per game, they're 96th in the state for 3-point attempts per game, but they also have the 12th best 3-point percentage. So you look at all these stats, it's quality over quantity, and it's about the pace of play. Those are the 2 biggest components of the Porterville Pirates throughout this season. They make sure that they take good quality shots, they take high percentage shots, and they make sure to make them. And meanwhile, the pace of play, they run the court. They go down, they take their time. It could be 29 seconds off the shot clock before they put up a shot, but chances are they're probably going to make it. Along with that, rebounding-wise, they're 2nd in offensive rebounds per game, and they're also 6th in total rebounds with 3rd in rebound margining. That's 3 of the top 10 stats for reboundings that you could be in, and the rebounding margin is at 13.5 per game. So they out-rebound their opponents by 13.5 boards. Their keys to the game is they have to get back and play transition defense. Columbia, when they take the ball, they have guys gunning down the court. They pass it to them, and they get easy buckets off the transitional offense. So Porterville has to be ready, get back. They also have to guard the 3 ball because Columbia is a great 3-point shooting team. They may not have the highest percentage, but they are one of the biggest 3-point attempts per game teams, and also 3-point attempts made per team in the state. Along with that, rebounds. They are already great in rebounding, so you just have to get those boards and get second chance points. That could be a key for any team anywhere, but it needs to be important today to Porterville because that could possibly win the game for them. Now we look at the home team, the Columbia College Claim Jumpers. They were 12-2 in preseason matchups, 8-3 in conference after losing one of their star shooting powers of Caleb Chang. He hasn't joined the team since the game against Gavilan. And, well, even without him, they only lost 3 games through 11 games and went 20-5 overall heading into the last 3 games between Porterville today, West Hills Lemoore, and Fresno City. According to the CCCAA highest winning percentage index in Northern California, Columbia is the 7th in the North. So you know that they play tough teams, they get good shots, they score a lot, and that's why they have one of those highest winning percentage index. along with 3-point shooting, 8th in 3 points made per game, 6th in 3 points attempts per game. So they make a lot and they shoot a lot at the same time. Points per game allowed is 10th, so they also don't allow their opponents to shoot a lot and make them, of course, just like Porterville does the same, although Porterville doesn't allow as much as Columbia does. In points per game, they're 32nd, which is a lot bigger margin than what Porterville has between their points per game and points per game allowed as well. But their scoring margin throughout the season has had a consistent 10-point margin. And their keys to the game today, well, rebounds. You have to pay attention to rebounds. The same for Porterville, but Porterville already has the stats to back them up. So Columbia needs to be ready on both sides there. No fouls and make the first shot. You can't have second chance shots because of the rebounding to Porterville. Once again, the keys to the game for the Claim Jumpers: rebounds. You have to make sure you out-rebound Porterville or at least keep it close within the margin. No fouls. You got to keep yourself in the game and don't foul out. Marcus Sales and Jordan Worthy, the two centers for Columbia, they had some foul trouble throughout the season, so they need to make sure they keep that on the minimum, especially through the first half, because you don't want to worry about it when you head into that second set of 20 minutes. And then one more time, make the first shot. Of course, you can grab the boards, you can get the rebound, but chances are Porterville, just based on the statistics and what they've done through their 25 games, they also get a lot of rebounds. So Columbia needs to make sure that they take those opportunities away from the Porterville Pirates. Starting five for the Columbia College Claim Jumpers, we have Ariane Harris, Kai Jordan, Ahmad Jeffries, Daniel Rico, and Marcus Sales. And tonight also in the Oak Pavilion is sophomore night. So Keyshawn Hall, Ariane Harris, Caleb Chang, Daniel Rico, and Marcus Sales, the sophomores for Columbia. Last time that you'll get a chance to see them through the regular season, but Coach Hoyt told me that it's basically a 99% guarantee that they will be playing one more time in the postseason here at the Pavilion, whether it's a first-round game or a second-round game. Columbia will be back here, so pay attention to their lineup and see when that game will be played. And for the Porterville Pirates, looking at their starting five, they have Milo Santos, Cameron Walker, Julio Phipps, Jalen Foy, and Assad Madasalia. These two teams played in conference last time back on January 18th. They went into overtime. The Porterville Pirates took the victory by 7, and Columbia only scored one bucket in overtime. That was the opening bucket, and Porterville went through at the end, played it till the end, got the victory, and Columbia was outscored 21-30 in the first half, and then they outscored Porterville by 2 with a buzzer beater ender at the very end of the second half to send it into overtime. Just couldn't hold on in the very end. Porterville owned most of the statistical categories in that game as well, including field goals, field goal percentages, three-point percentage, free throws, rebounds, assists, and they did better on turnovers as well, in which Columbia only did better knocking down more threes and their free throw percentage, and that was it. So Columbia, they know what this team does, they know what they need to do, and they always say it's hard to beat the same team twice, and when it was so close, went into overtime, well, Columbia can see it and say, hey, we know how to beat this team, because since it was so close last time, we can do it this time. Early foul goes on Ariane Harris for Columbia. Gives Porterville the ball down on the baseline. Marcus Sales will guard the inbounder. Pass deflected, tipped up by Matasialia. Porterville moves it around, uses the backboard. Matasalia getting the first bucket for Porterville, up 2-0. The claim jumpers did great on defense, forced him to fade away from the basket, which is one of the lower percentage shots that you can attempt. Well, Porterville, you see why they have such a high field goal percentage to begin with. They push the ball low, they get it to the big men, and hope that they could do most of the work. Here's Daniel Rico with the left hand, misses there. Marcus Sales, the rebound in the paint, goes up, throws it away. No foul, but it looks like Columbia will stay with it. Look closer at this basket for Porterville. Flew it up with the right hand. A little separation from Sales. Knocks it down. Claim jumpers looking at Harris. And a timeout called by Columbia to avoid the turnover early in the game. We're 90 seconds in, and Porterville up by 2. Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747. Columbia out of the timeout. They only have 3 seconds to shoot. Marcus Sales threw the ball out of bounds. It did touch a Porterville player, but they never had full possession, so it needs to be a quick release to Columbia. They do get it off. It's Harris, but he misses as it rolls off the front iron. Pirates in transition now. They go baseline. Harris stops him shy. 3 from the wing. Looks good. No. Bounces high and down. Porterville rebound and put up over Rico. That is Julio Phipps, the sophomore forward out of Bronx, New York. Played at Cardinal Hayes. Columbia finds themselves down by 4 without a basket. And that one, Sales tried finding the cutting Daniel Rico. It was tipped out by the Pirates and stolen. Julio Phipps, who got that last bucket for the Pirates. He's the 3rd leading scorer in the Central Valley Conference. That's the field goal percentage at 57%. Great stop by the claim jumpers, avoiding the basket from Matasalia. Enrico will go straight down to the wing and miss the 3 long. Comes back weak side, and Porterville will move this ball slowly. Drive straight with the right hand. Ahmad Jeffries gets a piece of it, and it stays with Porterville. Phipps will inbound for the Pirates. Quick inbound to Milo Santos, the freshman guard. Push down into the chest of Marcus Sales, and scoring is Jalen Foy, the freshman forward. Harris, top of the arc, working on Phipps. Keyshawn Hall, the drive, the float, the backboard, it's good for 2, and Columbia earns their first bucket on the baseline. Great job by Columbia. Leave it to the point guard to get the first bucket. Had a few other good opportunities, just the ball did not want to fall. Baseline drive, got past Harris. Keyshawn Hall there on the help, and the stop by Ariane Harris. went straight up and got that ball from going any further. Harris now in the corner in front of the Pirate bench, finds himself in the paint and loses it right side for another miss. Kobe Nunez, Parker Tuttle, Keyshawn Hall, the first three back for Columbia to try to stop this Porterville drive. Well, Porterville, they don't necessarily look at transition baskets. They're slowing down whether they have a chance or not. As the three goes down from the wing, that is Jalen Foy, the freshman out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Hall looks over at the bench, gets the call from Hoyt. Here's Kobe Nunez moving along the outside. Keyshawn Hall awaiting in the corner. Tuttle finds him cross court. Another baseline drive, picked it up early. It's Tuttle for three. Hit the ground, and the three goes down for Parker Tuttle. Parker Tuttle attempts the most three-pointers per game for Columbia at 6.5 per game. 29% from three. Cameron Walker holding the ball at the logo. Marcus Sales guarding outside. Phipps, again, a little float, misses long. Regain, miss again. Porterville Pirates finally get it on their fourth try with Julio Phipps. And Porterville, offensive rebounds, second in the state. And we've got a travel on Columbia. Jordan Worthy will enter for the first time for Columbia as we look at this offensive rebounding. They get down low, they put up the fight, time it perfectly, and then eventually get the basket. 11-5, Porterville Pirates on top of the Columbia College Claim Jumpers. Porterville trying to spoil the sophomore night for Columbia. It was a great find by Jalen Foy, but it launches off the fingers of Assad Madasalia. Wasn't fully paying attention, and the ball was just outside the reach. So it deflects baseline, and Columbia will move back down. There's 5 points for Columbia, 2 from Keyshawn Hall, and 3 from Parker Tuttle. Everyone else scoreless as of now. 6 minutes into the game, Ariane Harris looking for his first bucket, spins through, got a body on top of him, and the foul called a little late. But Julio Phipps is going to pick up his first foul. That'll allow 2 free throws to Ariane Harris. Watch this again. He got the defense jumping, pushed to the side. A great foul call. Here's Ariane Harris for 2. Ariane Harris in his sophomore season averages 7.5 field goal attempts per game. And from three, he's actually the leading three-point shooter on the team at 42.5%, averaging 3 attempts per game, making about 1.5. And also second in scoring at 10.7 points per game, nearly 11, right behind Marcus Sales. So we have another foul, and this goes on Harris. That's going to be a second. This is Assad Madasalia at the free throw line for the and one. A 53% free throw shooter, averages only 3 per game. He's got this one for the three-point play. Porterville 14, Columbia 6. Five points for Madasalia, 5 points for Jalen Foy, and 4 points for Julio Phipps as Columbia looks to attempt another. Coach Hoyt's going to send back in Daniel Rico as he did not like the play attempt from Columbia. 6 seconds to shoot. Jeffries caught in the corner, gets around the baseline, hit hard, no foul, but Jeffries connects on the deuce. Phipps from the elbow, flings it back out for Jalen Foy. It's another three. That's 8 points now, and the leading scorer in the game, Jalen Foy. 8 of the 17 for Porterville, and Jeffries will launch a three with the quick release. Doesn't go. Jeffries goes out to guard Walker. The screen from Phipps goes right side. Opposite side screen, Matasalia. The ball down low. Keyshawn Hall will reach over, force the jump. And with the alternating possession, Porterville stays with it as both teams make a few substitutions. Marcus Sales, Daniel Rico will come back in for Columbia. For the first time, Jaden Pena for Porterville. As well as Kia McQueen. McQueen now against Sales. Kick back out. Another three goes up, but goes short to Marcus Sales, who gets the rebound for Columbia. Columbia looking for that run. Against Fresno City a few weeks ago, Columbia found themselves in a large hole, came back within the first half to make it a 5-point difference, and took over the entire second half for a victory. So we know that it's in them. They have the grit and determination to get through it as Ahmad Jeffries gets his second bucket to make it 4 points in a 7-point game. And the travel called on McQueen. Ariane Harris stopped him and took that extra step. But here's Ahmad Jeffries. Again, a little more contact as well. Now the Pirates will take the timeout. 17-10, Porterville leading Columbia in the Oak Pavilion.
Works, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
Porterville Pirates continuing with their offensive rebounding. They did it all season long, and why would they stop now? Second in offensive rebounds in the state, and that is 15 offensive per game. They're also second once entering conference play, and they've actually entered more offensive rebounds when they've started conference play at just over 16 per game. Claim jumpers with Marcus Sales and Jordan Worthy need to be a little bit more aware. Ariane Harris, same time, those three players who usually go down into the paint need to be aware when they're on defense to get those rebounds and take the offensive chances away from Porterville as Marcus Sales spin cycle through inside and got the deuce down, makes it a 5-point difference in favor of Porterville. Kai Jordan enters the game for Columbia. McQueen pushes on Jeffries, floats it from 6 feet. And there Columbia goes, aware of the rebounding and boxing out the Pirates from getting close. Harris sets up for three, top of the arc, splashes it through. The Columbia fans love it. A fan favorite from the last 2 years. Ariane Harris, be sad to see him go and leave the Claim Jumpers go further next season. 2-point game, Columbia back within one possession, a loss by McQueen. Now Marcus Sales will try the trap in the corner. Walker gets through it, pushed it right back in, and Ariane Harris couldn't stop him with the one-hand deflection. Jaden Pena goes up for two. Daniel Rico on the wrap, Pena his defender. Rico will get by with a foul on Jaden Pena. And here's the look at just the previous basket. McQueen got it out. And, well, go 1 against 2, but you keep the ball away from him. Almost a guaranteed bucket. And here's Harris's three just a moment ago to make it the 2-point game. Porterville since then added another one to make it 19-15. 20 seconds to shoot after the foul on Jaden Pena. That was only his first. Sales sets the screen to get Rico open. Doesn't work, so they result to the pass for Sales. Single digits on the shot clock. Rico calling out the play. 5 to shoot now. Sales needs the back down against Matasalia, and Rico will not get it off. And the shot clock violation for Columbia hands it right back to the Porterville Pirates. Great defense by Porterville. All the statistics are showing in this game very early on. 16th in points per game allowed. Not a lot of scoring going on for the opponents of Porterville. Halfway through the first, it's Porterville 19, Columbia 15. Three, top of the arc, misses that one. Poe goes off the block, and Parker Tuttle will just move the Pirate away from the ball, allow it to go out, and Columbia will be able to have a quick inbound, bring it up the court. Kai Jordan, Daniel Rico, Parker Tuttle, Marcus Sales, and Ahmad Jeffries. The 5 for Columbia. Jeffries misses the 3, and the board again for Porterville's Quincy White. Phipps sets the screen. Daniel Rico stays high against Cameron Walker. Ahmad Jeffries forces the stop on the wild pass from Milo Santos. Jeffries will fly, double teamed, hits the deck again. Everyone looking for a foul, but the officials not calling anything for Columbia. Ahmad Jeffries with 6 points, coming off a monster game just a few days ago, scoring 19 points in the win against Merced. There's Kai Jordan picking up his first foul. Here's the look again. Ahmad Jeffries going up, and all the contact there was late to Assad Madasalia, who came flying across. Sure, he was straight up and down, but Ahmad Jeffries already designated his lane and was airborne, which means the foul should have occurred there. And Kai Jordan is going to pick up his second foul as Cameron Walker hits the deck in the same place where he picked up the last foul. Coach Hoyt telling the officials to call it both ways. We've seen Ahmad Jeffries hit the deck 3 times along with a few other offensive players, and while getting push calls on the other end where Coach Hoyt says that the hands weren't even near him. Marcus Sales makes the initial stop, second stop as well, and then the shared rebound between Daniel Rico and Marcus Sales. A chance for Columbia to tie it up. Sales calls for Keyshawn Hall. The wraparound pass deflected and taken away by Milo Santos. Pushes the shoulder into Parker Tuttle and still won't go for the shot. Seven points for Assad Madasalia. 4 fouls on Columbia through 12 minutes and only 2 on Porterville. Rico, 3. Goes short, trying to chase down his own board, but Quincy White gets there first. Keyshawn Hall calling for the defense on Quincy White, who looked to have an open lane, but Porterville want to push a little bit harder and make their efforts known. They're going to call the foul on the Porterville Pirates. That goes on Quincy White, diving into the legs of Parker Tuttle. That's the first foul on White. Keyshawn Hall yo-yos up and down at the logo, sends Parker Tuttle, set a fake screen down on the paint. Sales trips up, keeps the dribble. 10 seconds to shoot for Columbia. Sales backing down, ball stop, jumps in, hits the side of the backboard, and Jalen Foy making the stop on Marcus Sales, standing at 6'8", 215 pounds. Peyton Jr. working on Rico. Another open 3 finds itself in the hole for Porterville. Milo Santos, the freshman guard out of Washington Heights, New York. 6 points per game, 33% from 3. Right back to a 7-point lead for Porterville as Ariane Harris wants to change that, but the basket doesn't agree. Comes down to Demir Conlife. The drive, the stop, push back out, 10 seconds to shoot. They unleash another three, which rattles out to Daniel Rico. 24-17, here's the transition offense of Columbia trying to beat out the defensive pressure. Ariane Harris stops down underneath, and the foul is called this time on Assad Madasalia, which means Ariane Harris, he was 50% on his first 2 free throws. Now he earns another 2 on this foul. Coming across, hit the side of the arm. Good foul. The Massey rating for today's game has Columbia at a 69% chance to win with a score of 71-65. And as of right now, it looks like the score is going to be just a little bit lower than that, as I expected, as well as Harris hits the first one there. And last season between these two teams, they also split the series 1-1, in which Columbia won the first game on January 31st, 88-70 for an 18-point win. But Porterville, just 3 days later, back-to-back conference games, Porterville took the victory 68-59. %50 at the free throw line for Ariane Harris, 2 of 4 on the day. Three again for Porterville, short. Keyshawn Hall, the board, the run, 3-on-2, goes over to Parker Tuttle, and he trips up on the sideline right in front of the Porterville bench. And he has some words to say for the Porterville bench, as if someone tripped him up as he was on his way down. Porterville just inside the deep 2, misses. Tuttle fights for it, and it's Columbia basketball. Jaden Pina set to come back in for the Pirates. Columbia with 20 seconds on the shot clock. It's Daniel Rico driving to the basket. He's triple teamed, still fighting out the basket. Finds the open 3 to Ariane Harris, and he connects from deep. Back to a 3-point game. The sophomore showing out for sophomore night in the crowd of Columbia. The switch from Rico to Keyshawn Hall. Jordan Worthy goes with the defense, and Jalen Foy just flung the ball up into the air. It's going to stay with Porterville. As we look at the Ariane Harris 3, just left him wide open. That was one of the keys of the game, is guard the 3 ball. That's what's really changed the game for Columbia to have a chance here in the first half. 6 points for Julio Phipps, 7 points for Assad Madasalia. Rico 3, Pogo's out and down for Julio Phipps. 5-point lead to Porterville. Moving just a little bit faster as Jaden Pina received that ball off his face. Fakes the 3, steps on the sideline. Another turnover for Jalen Foy and the Porterville Pirates. A quick substitution for Columbia. Marcus Sales back in, along with Ahmad Jeffries. Daniel Rico, Jordan Worthy go to the bench. Parker Tuttle gets the defender on his hip, passes to the corner for Harris. Defense off his feet, sidesteps to the left, and another 3 for Ariane Harris. And a technical foul on Ariane Harris. Hits the 3 and quickly looks over at the bench, and the technical foul. Which means free throws for the Porterville Pirates, and the Claim Jumper fans don't like the technical call. It looked like he looked away rather quickly, but after Parker Tuttle tripped on that sideline, there was nothing given for Porterville either. And it seems like Coach Hoyt is arguing to the officials that nothing's going their way. It's the first point for Cameron Walker, the sophomore guard out of Turlock, the only player on Porterville's roster from California. Coach Hoyt still talking to the officials, saying that he didn't say anything. He just quickly looked over, and I guess the officials thought that was enough with a few high tensions already through the first half. Pina gets nutmegged by his own player, Jalen Foy. Columbia gets the steal with Keyshawn Hall. Jeffrey steps into a three. 28-24, Coach Hoyt looking at his defense, saying, who do you have? Keyshawn Hall was the first back, but he was on the wrong side of the court. Pina bumps right into the body of Marcus Sale, picks up his second foul with the charge. Jaden Pina, I thought he carried right here to get past Keyshawn Hall. Marcus Sales got into the lane first. Drew big contact on Jaden Pina, who didn't have enough time to get out of the lane. 28-24 with 3 minutes left in the first. Pina comes right out of the game after that offensive foul. Parker Tuttle with the ball in hand. Tries working around. It comes out to Porterville. McQueen bumps right into the body of Keyshawn Hall. The stop from Parker Tuttle and the cleanup by Jalen Foy. Earns another for Porterville. That's the 10th point for Jalen Foy. Columbia now trying to slow it down. Daniel Rico will come in next for the claim jumpers, and Justin Sabater will come in for Porterville. Harris for another three. The toilet bowl roll comes out for Ariane Harris, who couldn't connect on another one, but looking strong from deep in this first half. Walker drives the high flow, comes down to Ariane Harris. He'll push quickly. Parker Tuttle on the left side. The dish to Ahmad Jeffries, who goes up, count the basket, and one more. Ahmad Jeffries, the freshman guard out of Greensboro, North Carolina. He's been asking for the foul all game long, and the one that honestly looks like the least amount of contact, he finally gets it and earns him his trip for a three-point play. Jeffries converts the three. 9 points in the first half for Ahmad Jeffries, and there's still 1:45 left to play. Full court pressure from Columbia. Ahmad Jeffries makes the steal. Worthy up and over to Daniel Rico. He made the stop, and here is Milo Santos. He'll pull back and allow the defense and his final player, McQueen, to get into play. McQueen guarded by Tuttle. Tuttle the takeaway. Rico pass up court. Tuttle try to finish, hit hard, count the basket, but Parker Tuttle still asking for the foul. Columbia seems like no contact is being given for them. That's 5 points for Parker Tuttle, and Coach Hoyt still looking at the officials, wondering where the whistles are on that last one. And here's a foul on Columbia's Jordan Worthy, who's going to pick up his second, and the Columbia fans letting the officials know it. Here's the look at the previous play. Parker Tuttle Push down, gets the basket. And here shooting for Porterville is Milo Santos. We'll look at this foul. Coach Hoyt, during these free throw attempts, looking over at same official over by his bench and telling him why it's a foul. And, well, Columbia fans agree, and I think just about everyone does as well. Milo Santos hits another. Marcus Sales will come in for Jordan Worthy. And actually, they're not going to allow Marcus Sales to come in at this moment. So Jordan Worthy stays in play for Columbia, along with Daniel Rico, Ahmad Jeffries, Keyshawn Hall, and Parker Tuttle. High pass way up and over the intended target of Ahmad Jeffries. Here's that look again. Daniel Rico about 5 feet too high. Seven-second differential between shot and game clock. Porterville currently with the ball up by 3. Holding at the logo. Single digits on the shot clock. The drive by Cameron Walker. He picked up his dribble, hands it to Milo Santos. He'll go for 3, and he's got it. 6-point lead and only a few left to shoot for Columbia. Keyshawn Hall drives, Euros through, floats it up, and won't get that final roll in the first half. 35-29, the end of the first 20 minutes, and the Columbia College Claim Jumpers, they've put up a fantastic fight, and despite trying to work through what should have been called fouls, only within 6 points. Second half, the second set of 20 coming up in just a few minutes.
you so much for everything that you've done for being my family. As a player, taking care of my feet, razors scrape off the bottom of my feet every day, any blood that I go on my feet. Kept me active, kept me sane, and kept me happy, and I really appreciate it. Happy that we've grown from a training athlete, training coach to friends. And best of luck in retirement, enjoy your time, and thank you for everything that you've done for me and my family.
Captain, hey, it's David. I just want to tell you that it's been an absolute pleasure working with you over the past 20 years. Yes, it's been 20 years. You are absolutely amazing first of all. I consider you a friend, a lifelong friend, and I will share it with you. You're an absolute professional. No one works harder than you. And I can't say how much I appreciate you doing up for me with my dad, from this one mom. You helped with fire academy, you helped with basketball players, you helped with the volleyball program, you fire athletic training in school. You mean so much to me, you mean so much to Columbia College. You helped serve my players, you helped serve my curriculum, you helped with fire fun, you've done everything. And you know my son knows favorite stuff on him. So anyway, I just want to thank you for everything you've done. I want you to have an incredible retirement, and I want you to welcome you. Thank you very much.
I just want to say congratulations on your retirement, and I want to thank you for everything you've done for me over the years. From anything that I've been part of, amazing professors, to helping me out with anything I need to learn about Houston. So, I'm sure my everything when I was laid up in the hospital. I remember everything when I was a physio kid running around the team, and some things with everything you've done. Enjoy your retirement and well deserved, and always remember, don't come third.
Basketball from 2019 tonight. I heard about your assignment, so congratulations on a successful career. And thank you for being the guy who every single game and practices. So thanks, Kathy. And congrats on retirement.
Hi, Kathy. This is Taylor Shane. Very good things up in here for 22-23 season. I just want to say thank you for all that you've done to help us take care of this. It's really great.
Hey, Kathy, I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done for our college, for our community, and for the athletics forever. After 27 years as the Columbia College athletic trainer, you deserve this retirement. Congratulations on your retirement.
Kathy, congratulations on your retirement. You and I have had a chance to work in multiple capacities over the years, and I've always been impressed not only by your skills and abilities, but by your absolute focus on those basketball experience. Thank you for all of your years of service, and you will be missed.
I would like to thank Kathy for being a great trainer and helping stay helping us when we're doing and wish you the best in the rest of your life, whatever you do, and happy retirement. And so every day for all the help you give me when I see it, and I'm sure you do everything. So thank you, Kathy.
Hi, Dr. Gina. Well, it's been almost 30 years that we have worked together. I have enjoyed every minute. I've learned so much from you. I'm so grateful for you being here by my side at work and personally every step of the way. I appreciate you. I love you. I wish you all the best in retirement. And I cannot wait to go on a hike, maybe go fishing, and enjoy the best of maybe the trees and fish. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Hi, Gabby. Good here. I look on your eyes, you look on my side. State Casero. I played basketball for 2022, 23 training jumpers. This is Captain's last year with training for us. I just want to say thank you, Captain, for taking care of our health and all the way that season. It was very good.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community. California Student Housing, Chicken Ranch Casino, SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Minner's Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCS-TV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual. Increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks. Guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions. Audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Check out our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports, custom uniforms. Visit straightsports.com for more information. AbLocker Fitness, strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com today.
I went from grabbing rim with like one hand. After 3 weeks of using this, I can flush down a dunk easily. Probably about 4 or 5 inches added onto my vertical jump.
SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with zero money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
AbLocker, for anybody, anytime, anywhere. Strengthen your core and improve overall endurance. Feel better about yourself. Set your own standard and eliminate the worry of wondering what to do about the task of core strengthening. It doesn't matter who or how old you may be. The AbLocker will meet you wherever you are physically to help you be more fit for life. AbLocker Fitness. Get locked in.
To learn more, go to ablockerfitness.com.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Adriana, you are the love of my life. Will you make me the happiest man on earth? Will you marry me?
Yes, Dave. Only if we can have Justin Flores Productions DJ our wedding.
Justin Flores Productions?
Justin Flores Productions. They have years of experience in radio and music, and their personalities make for the best experience.
Do they offer any other services?
Of course. Their slogan is audio, video, and all your media needs.
Okay.
Justin Flores Productions. Audio, video, and all your media needs. You're welcome, Dave. You're welcome.
That's a tough miss right there. It's always good to get off to a good start.
Through the first 20 minutes, the Porterville Pirates 35, Columbia College Claim Jumpers 29. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and it's the final regular season home game for Columbia. They have 2 away games next week, and then from what Coach Hoyt told me, they'll have a home game in the playoffs, at least one, and we'll find out in just a few days after these last games come to an end. But right now, the second set of 20 minutes starts, and Columbia is down by 6. 35-29, and Parker Tuttle starts it off with a bucket inside. On January 18th, when these two teams played in Porterville, Columbia was down by 9 at the end of the first. The game ended up going into overtime. And what we've seen from Columbia, when they're down at the end of the first half, they usually have a big run coming out of the gate in the second. And I'm not saying that's going to happen right now, but at some point in the second half, just based on what we've seen before, they will have a large run if that streak continues. And Jalen Foy will answer right back to the Parker Tuttle bucket, go 2 for 2 starting the first half. And then the 3 from Ahmad Jeffries misses and then muscled down by Milo Santos. Foy drives on Tuttle. Tries cutting back through, stops at the elbow and finds Matasalia down on the baseline. He's working on Ahmad Jeffries, a big mismatch. Jeffries stopped him 10 feet out, and Matasalia got the nice angle off the backboard, go down by 2. Through the first half, the leading scorer for the Porterville Pirates was Milo Santos with 8 points. He had 2 threes in there as well. Jaden Pina, 2 points, 2 fouls. Cameron Walker, 2 points, both from the free throw line. Julio Phipps, 6 points and a foul. And the leading scorer for Porterville was Jalen Foy at 10 points, along with 2 threes as well and a foul. Quincy White, 1 foul, and Assad Matasalia, 7 points, 1 foul, and 1 for 1 at the free throw line. Parker Tuttle getting a big block there and stopping him down inside the low block. Jeffries gets a second chance at the 3 from the corner in front of the jumper bench, and he connects for 12 points in the game. And now looking at the Columbia stats from the first 20, Keyshawn Hall, 2 points. Ariane Harris leading all scorers through that first 20 at 11 points, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, including 3 threes, and got called for 2 early fouls in the game in the opening 5 minutes. Then Ahmad Jeffries, 9 points, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Marcus Sales, 2 points. Parker Tuttle, 5, along with 1 3. And Jordan Worthy, the backup center, 2 fouls, but no scoring. Here's the look. Ahmad Jeffries, catch and shoot, no defense, easy bucket. It's Keyshawn Hall, Ariane Harris, Kobe Nunez, Marcus Sales, and Parker Tuttle, the 5 for Columbia currently, after making a quick substitution 2.5 minutes into play. Walker goes baseline, stops short. The drive against Sales. Sales hits the deck, and another offensive foul, the second time in the game where Marcus Sales able to stop his body and draw the offensive foul on the Pirates. This is Milo Santos. Sales got there out of the restricted area. 2 for 2 for Marcus Sales. That's the first foul on Milo Santos. Nunez gets around Foy, tries gliding through, and the pass to Marcus Sales, which he wasn't expecting, leads to a turnover. Yo-yoing all the way outside into the half-court corner. Foy trying to set that pick, and the switch for the claim jumper defense as Foy will launch the 3 and get one. Jalen Foy knocking down the 3. That is his 3rd 3 in the game. And he now has 15 points. Tuttle driving baseline, the power dribble inside, but didn't get the roll. Claim jumpers now having to scramble outside of it. Kobe Nunez launches the 3 short. It's 42-36. 4 minutes into the second. Ahmad Jeffries and Kai Jordan get set to come back in for Columbia. Meanwhile, the Porterville Pirates slowing their offense like normal. Santos moves aside Matasalia. Cameron Walker will go past Keyshawn Hall, set up for a 16-footer, miss everything. And Ariane Harris, the second leading rebounder on the team, will pull down the board. Tuttle, 3, good. Throws the dart, gets the bullseye. Parker Tuttle makes the net wrap around itself, and it's right back to a 3-point game. Kai Jordan and Ahmad Jeffries now re-enter for Columbia's Parker Tuttle. Enough time to look at the basket, set himself, put up the 3, and get it. Foy, one-on-one against Parker Tuttle. Tries spinning through. Tuttle stops it with the poke out. Ariane Harris dives for it along with Kai Jordan, and it's 2 against 1 between Jaden Pina, and the jump ball's called. With the alternating possession, Porterville gets it in front of their bench. Three seconds to shoot for Porterville. It's Walker. Get it off in time and misses everything. The shot clock violation. Great job by the Columbia defense, recognizing the time on the clock. And Porterville, a large passing team, they moved the ball around a lot. But there, Cameron Walker, he either didn't realize the time until the countdown had begun, or it just didn't have room to pass it. Sales gets it poked out by Matasalia. Ariane Harris works on Foy, the foul, and the basket. Harris gets the roll. The and one going back to the free throw line. Harris drives on Foy, catches him on his hip, a small fadeaway, launched it up, and now a three-point play coming for Ariane Harris to possibly tie the game. Here's a different angle at it. Ariane Harris catch. Ahmad Jeffries moved through the defenders, which delayed the time that Foy was able to get through, which means Ariane Harris, with that small burst of speed, got past him, caught him behind, was able to convert that play. Three-point play, gets it, and the Columbia College Claim Jumpers have tied the game for the first time since the opening minute. Walker trying to change the game again, retake the lead for Porterville, and it's Matasalia getting the bucket for Porterville, back up by 2 now with his 11th point of the game. Sales, one-on-one, the mismatch between Cameron Walker and then stopped at the rim by Demir Conliffe. Walker goes against Jeffries. Parker Tuttle awaits down low for some extra protection. And Phipps will back down Tuttle, push that arm into the chest. 3 launch by Cameron Walker and gets the rattle through. That's only the 5th point for Cameron Walker of Porterville. Ariane Harris against Phipps. He's double teamed, muscles it away. Kai Jordan will attack the rim, kick back out. Jeffries 3 looks good, but short. And Sales tips it right back out, and Kai Jordan can't get it. Now some numbers in play for Porterville. But every time they have that strength in a 5v3, Porterville doesn't take the chance. Three from the corner, Porterville won't add it. Offensive rebound again, Matasalia will reset. Tipped by Harris. Porterville taking their time. Swings the court again, Porterville on the opposite side. Tuttle stops him. 10-footer, no. Parker Tuttle sets up for 3, end over end. Another short attempt from 3 for Columbia. Timeout called by the Porterville Pirates, and a few substitutions will come in at the same time. Back in a moment, 47-42.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community. California Student Housing, Chicken Ranch Casino, SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Minner's Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCS-TV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual. Increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks. Guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions. Audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Check out our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports, custom uniforms. Visit straightsports.com for more information. AbLocker Fitness, strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com today.
47-42, the Porterville Pirates up by 5. Columbia tied it at 42-42, but the Pirates have been on a 5-0 scoring run since then. That was at 14 minutes, 45 seconds left in the second quarter. 2 minutes for the Pirates to go 5 straight points, 5 seconds to shoot for Porterville. The backdoor bounce pass released out of the hands of the Pirates, and Columbia earns it back. Here's Daniel Rico. He's closely guarded by Demir Conliffe. Parker Tuttle bumps into Cameron Walker, who picks up the foul. That's only going to be his first. and the team's third foul in the second half. Columbia has 0 through the first 8 minutes in the second half. Be 2 shots for Parker Tuttle. Parker Tuttle now with 11 points. Ahmad Jeffries has 12. Ariane Harris with 14, all for Columbia. So bulk of the scoring coming from those 3 players alone. If Columbia can get those other players into action and start scoring, it'll be a completely different ballgame instead of relying upon the big 3. Here's a drive by Walker and another offensive foul. The Porterville Pirates, the 3rd time tonight, charging their way through. This goes on Cameron Walker for his 2nd. There's a 3 before by Cameron Walker and then bumping into the body on the baseline. Kai Jordan set up way outside the restricted area, even outside the paint. And Cameron Walker couldn't avoid it. Switching court, Parker Tuttle, the 3. Floater off the top angle of the box over Daniel Rico. 10 points now for Milo Santos. Harris fakes the 3, sidesteps. Short again. The claim jumper 3-point attempts have been quite short in the second half, despite making the bulk of them in the first half. Keyshawn Hall re-enters for Kai Jordan of Columbia, and Porterville will make a few substitutions, most notably Julio Phipps. Jordan Worthy. The was somewhat of a smart play by the Porterville Pirates. Draw the foul early because Columbia had a 3-on-1 situation brewing as they made their way down the court, so they just stopped a potential basket for Columbia. Daniel Rico against Phipps and comes up short. Keyshawn Hall will move his way back down along with Parker Tuttle. Porterville, one of the first times we've actually seen them try to get the transitional bucket. It doesn't work the first time, but the second time it does with Quincy White. Ten minutes left to play, and it's an 8-point lead for the Porterville Pirates, trying to sweep the season series between Columbia, and we have a foul away from the ball. That comes on number 2, Milo Santos. That's Santos' second foul, and currently on the court, Porterville has 4 players with 2 fouls apiece, and Assad Madasalia, who only has 1. 6 fouls also in the second half for Porterville. Columbia still remains at 0 with 10 to play, 51-43. And an offensive foul goes on Marcus Sales. That's going to be the first foul in the second half for Columbia. He said he moved his elbow around. A few claim jumper fans who are right here in front of the action yelling at the ref, saying that was nowhere close to an offensive foul, and it was probably some sort of trying to get out of what happened to him prior. Columbia basketball last touched by Porterville. Now the Pirates, some words saying that we never touched it. Marcus Sales will come up to set the screen for Keyshawn Hall. Sales goes over Daniel Rico and got another 2. 53-46, 9 minutes to play, and every possession from here will certainly make a difference in that final score. Here's Parker Tuttle, tries to get Foy on the move. Double team, wraps it around to Marcus Sales, who goes up with 2 hands the daily dose of iron for Marcus Sales, who just earned only his second basket of the night. Pina trying to back down Hall. Marcus Sales came over for the help. Sales tears it out. I believe the jump ball will be called before that, and it will. And it's Columbia basketball with the alternating possession. Strong few plays by the Columbia College Claim Jumpers, and now Porterville will try to make a quick answer, bringing back Matasalia and Julio Phipps. Also bring in Maurice Payton Jr. back into the game. Keyshawn Hall makes his move with the left hand. Sales got it right back with the offensive board. Put it back in for the deuce. 2 straight buckets for Marcus Sales, who only had 1 before those. 53-50. Here's Cameron Walker. He drives, looks to do the same. Fling back out the 3. Daniel Rico on the contest, but the 3 laced by Milo Santos. 13 points for Santos throughout the game. Tuttle got Santos off his feet, drives right against Matasalia. No foul call, but Columbia remains with it on the baseline. Watch this one a little closer. Santos reached in with that arm, and well, Matasalia came right down his lane and moved right towards Parker Tuttle, asking for that foul, and also reached it out in terms of a foul call. Here Sales pushes through, gets his own board, and fouled the second time. More free throws for Marcus Sales. As the foul goes on Milo Santos, that's his 3rd foul of the game. Coach Hoyt telling the officials that there's some dirty play involved on that previous play. Columbia in the bonus for the second half. That was the 7th foul on Porterville. And Columbia still only remains with 1, and that was the offensive foul on Marcus Sales away from the ball. Fourteen-footer misses for Julio Phipps, and Ariane Harris will push court to Daniel Rico, who had an open sideline before being cut off by Santos. Keyshawn Hall will make his move again, try spinning out. Harris baseline against Phipps, a little hesitation, and finally reaches Daniel Rico. The 3 ball goes down, and it's a 2-point game. Claim Jumpers want a little bit more from the packed crowd in the Oak Pavilion. Cameron Walker gets past Marcus Sales, launches the left hand, and a foul's going to be called on Marcus Sales. He ejected the play early to allow Cameron Walker to do whatever he needed to do without picking up a foul. And here's the 3 from Daniel Rico, the play prior. Cameron Walker now gets the and 1 attempt. It's Marcus Sales' 2nd foul. The first one was an offensive foul. Here's Parker Tuttle, front of his own bench, laces the 3, and the timeout called. 59-57, Parker Tuttle with 14 points. The Claim Jumpers look to make the comeback.
Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
59-57, the Porterville Pirates lead the Claim Jumpers by 2 points at the Oak Pavilion. It's Columbia's sophomore night, so Ariane Harris, Keyshawn Hall, Caleb Chang, who hasn't played since midseason, Daniel Rico, and Marcus Sales playing in their last regular season home game. Trying to end it with a victory in the Oak Pavilion. There's only been one loss this season at home, and that was to College of Sequoias, in which COS, one of the top 4 teams in Northern California, and one of the favorites designated by Coach Hoyt and a lot of other fans to win the state championship this year. Cameron Walker calls out the play for Porterville. Only 10 seconds on the shot clock, and no one's in motion. 7 seconds to shoot. Santos drives from the elbow. Misses, and the offensive board to Porterville will reset the shot clock to 30. Screen by Phipps. Santos the drive. Works on Harris, jumps in and goes through for 2. Back to a 4-point game in favor of Porterville, and Milo Santos putting up 15 now. Tuttle got into the paint, found Marcus Sales. He's fouled but can't convert the bucket. More free throws for the sophomore Marcus Sales. Watch this again from Milo Santos. Got Ariane Harris to jump to the wrong side, able to step through, get the 10-foot bucket, as now Marcus Sales earns these free throws from this foul. Jaden Pina and Jalen Foy in for the Porterville Pirates. No changes to the jumper lineup of Keyshawn Hall, Ariane Harris, Marcus Sales, Daniel Rico, and Parker Tuttle. It's again Columbia in the bonus, as Porterville has picked up 8 fouls and Columbia only with 2, which are both on Sales in the second half. 1 offensive, 1 defensive, and Sales laces both from the free throw line on the season. He attempts the most per game at 5 free throws per game and hits 57%. After Sales' free throws, it's back to 2, 61-59. Ariane Harris gets the strip away. Now here's Keyshawn Hall. Gets a little help from Sales. The handoff to Harris. He was hot in the first half from 3. Changed up the game plan as he reaches up and over Milo Santos and ties the game at 61-61. Ten minutes ago, Columbia tied it up at 42-42. Right now, tying it up again at 61. Porterville taking way too much time, only 5 seconds to get the shot off. It's Santos who's fading away and got it down with a low arcing floater. Parker Tuttle moves against Foy. Pushes through the head bob. Marcus Sales gets it right back with the offensive board, but it's Porterville basketball as Marcus Sales got an extra fingertip before Milo Santos was able to split it. Here's that bucket from Milo Santos. It's a circus shot. So he was fading towards the baseline, the low arc, and it dropped down for 2 to make it 63-61.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community. California Student Housing. Chicken Ranch Casino. SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Minter's Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCS TV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual, increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks, guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions, audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Check out our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports, custom uniforms. Visit straightsports.com for more information.
63-61, the Porterville Pirates up by 2 after that last basket by Milo Santos. And the Pirates get the ball here as it was last touched by Marcus Sales on an attempted offensive rebound. 3 minutes, 34 seconds left to play, and the Claim Jumpers, they've tied it up twice since the opening minute, one at 14 minutes, 45 seconds, and one just a moment ago at 4 minutes, 13 seconds. It's going to be all about timing if they continue to play it like they are on when they decide to tie that game up or if they take the lead. Here's Foy, splits the defenders and a foul called as he goes through Parker Tuttle and Daniel Rico. Watch this closer. Foy goes through, and what he got was Parker Tuttle with his arm down on his side. Just connected arms. Knew what he had to do. Parker Tuttle picks up his first. Jalen Foy misses everything on his first free throw attempt, and the Claim Jumper crowd loves it. Averages the second most free throw attempts per game at 3.5, and a 71% free throw shooter. He does hit the second. Great ball movement by the Jumpers. Hits Daniel Rico, who's fouled and will get 3 free throws. Jaden Pina bumped into the body of Rico. That's foul number 9 on Porterville. And the third foul on Jaden Pina. Rico, 3 free throws. And just one more foul away from Columbia shooting free throws on every defensive foul. Subbing in for the Porterville Pirates is Maurice Payton Jr. in for Jaden Pina. Daniel Rico goes for 3 for 3, ties it back up at 64-64, and Daniel Rico, well, he's been a consistent shooter all year, scoring about 10 points per game on only 8 attempts from the field, and right now only 6 points, allowing Parker Tuttle, Arion Harris, and Ahmad Jeffries, who's currently on the bench, to do most of the scoring in this game. The second half has definitely picked up with a few other scores, allowing to change the game as Jalen Foy, pulls one up from short mid-range and earns a 20-piece for the game. Keyshawn Hall wraps his arm underneath Cameron Walker. No foul, and Hall upset about it. Harris guards the outside. Here's Payton Jr. It's his first offensive possession since coming in. Milo Santos goes up against Marcus Sales. Another offensive board and an offensive foul on the Porterville Pirates leads it to Columbia basketball. Watch this one closer. That left arm right into the ribs of Keyshawn Hall. That gives 10 fouls to the Porterville Pirates, so Columbia on any defensive foul will be shooting 2 free throws automatically, which could be a game changer. That was also the third foul on Jalen Foy, who is the leading scorer in the game. Now Coach Hoyt calls the timeout to tell the team the game plan for the final 2 minutes. They're down by 2, 66-64.
SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
Columbia down by 2 with 1 minute 45 seconds left to play, and the Porterville Pirates, they've led the entire time despite the score being tied a few different times early in the second half and then late in the second half a few times. As Columbia called the timeout, wanting to change the game plan just a little bit, most likely trying to earn themselves trips to the free throw line so that they can get points from the free throw line, having no contest and getting some good free throw shooters there. 90 seconds left, but they have to get their defense up and running smoothly and avoid Porterville getting up by any more. 7 seconds to shoot. Ariane Harris guarding Foy on the outside, and Porterville calls the timeout to avoid the 5-second violation. But with that comes 5 seconds on the shot clock when we come back.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
One falling down. 5 seconds on the shot clock for the Porterville Pirates. They called the full timeout so that they get their play ready. 5 seconds, not a lot of time, but at the same time can do more in 5 seconds than you can in 3. Give an option, give a pass. So all 5 claim jumpers need to be ready. It's Harris, Sales, Tuttle, Rico, and Keyshawn Hall. Here's the pass. Bumps right into the chest of Marcus Sales. The ball comes out, and they said that Columbia had possession. And now Daniel Rico's going to pick up a foul. Columbia is saying that they never had full possession, but the shot clock had reset. Coach Hoyt not agreeing, and I never saw full possession of Columbia at any point. But here's the foul on Daniel Rico just by guarding closely behind. And the officials not going to change their mind about the shot clock. And now the officials finally going over to talk about it. And even after discussion, Officials won't change their mind as Coach Hoyt, furious, down by 2. Porterville get a possession. Taking down the time, Milo Santos yo-yoing up and down at the logo. Ariane Harris trying to count that down. Santos gives it up to Phipps, who pushes the elbow into Ariane Harris, and he gets stopped. What could be one of the final possessions. Claim jumpers need to ensure points. Tuttle's in the corner, Rico's in the other. Sales down on the block. Tuttle drives, switches court to Rico, fakes the 3, drives against Phipps, gives it up to Harris. Sales, no foul, and the ball is stopped by Julio Phipps. And now Daniel Rico will draw the foul. Actually, no. Other officials said the timeout came first, so there's no foul on Daniel Rico. And Porterville will get the inbound with 16.8 seconds to go.
Your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with zero money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
It comes down to this, 17 seconds. The Porterville Pirates up by 2 against the Claim Jumpers. Also have the ball in hand, no shot clock. Columbia in the double bonus. Columbia not close enough to draw enough fouls to put Porterville at the free throw line, but right now trying to force a stop very early on. The double team trying to get the backcourt violation, but Parker Tuttle reaches and draws 1. So that'll reset all the counts for Porterville. They took 6 seconds off the clock in doing so. It's Cameron Walker to get an inbound in front of the jumper bench. Foy gets it. Parker Tuttle tied it up for the jump ball, but Porterville will still get it. Great job there, reaching the hands in, sharing the possession. And now Porterville will call the 30-second timeout. 9 seconds, jumpers, not a lot of time.
Ten seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
Porterville Pirates trying to avoid the turnover, so they claim a victory in the Oak Pavilion. 66-64, Porterville spreads out the court, and the jumpers look for the steal. They need 2 to tie. All they need is a layup as Parker Tuttle gets the early foul on Julio Phipps, who got the inbound pass. It's going to be the 6th foul on Columbia in the second half, 3 on Tuttle. So now Porterville gets the inbound right next to their bench. Marcus Sales will guard the inbound. It's Ariane Harris, Daniel Rico, Parker Tuttle, and Kai Jordan for Columbia. Looking for the steal, looking for something. Daniel Rico will send a 1-and-1 to Julio Phipps. Has a chance to go up by 4, has a chance to go up by 3 or keep it at 2, possibly give the ball back to Columbia for the final few seconds. Coach Hoyt will talk about the plan in case he makes, in case he misses. We'll see what they do here. And Porterville versus Columbia, January 18th. We'll talk about it again. The first half, it was 30-21. Columbia was down by 9. Columbia outscored Porterville in the second half and went into overtime. Although Columbia only got the first basket in overtime, Porterville kept going and ended up winning the game by 7 points, in which they shot better from the field. They shot better field goal percentage. They didn't make as many threes, but they only attempted 8 in that game. Better three-point percentage, free throws, rebounds, assists, and a better turnover margin. And now Porterville, well, they've done all that they can. It's a low-scoring game, and Columbia, they just need one simple basket to tie the game unless Julio Phipps can change the whole dynamic of what Columbia wants to do out of this. Julio Phipps, the second highest free throw shooter on the team, 80% on the season. Claim jumper fans making the noise. Hits the first. Phipps to make it a 4-point game. Hits it as well. 4-point difference. And now Columbia, they give it away. Ariane Harris gives it right to Jalen Foy. And Porterville closes it out and defeats the Columbia College Claim Jumpers in the final minute of play. Harris upset that there wasn't a reach-over call on the inbound pass, but the Porterville Pirates in the end can't change the mind. 68-64 for the second time this season. And the second time in only the past few years, Columbia College loses on their home court. It was tied at 42 apiece with 15 minutes to play, 61 apiece with 4 minutes to play, all the way down to the wire. And well, the Porterville Pirates in the end with an outstanding performance of Jalen Foy, who put 20 points up. Ariane Harris had 16, Tuttle had 14, and Ahmad Jeffries put up big numbers as well for Columbia. The final home game of the season for Columbia results in a loss, but they'll be away at West Hills Lemoore and at Fresno City to finish off the season in hopes to bring a playoff game to the Oak Pavilion. Coach Hoyt says, yes, it's almost a guarantee, so we don't say goodbye yet. There will be one more claim jumper game left. For my producer, Dion I, cameraman Taylor Rector, and Cole Parkin, I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores. We'll see you next time.